Okay, this is my 2547 Galaxy without the channel selector display visible, period. I was going to disconnect it, but you could still see it through the front panel, period. So I tried some black electrical tape and that looked horrible, period. But what I did have was a sheet of really, really thin black vinyl that's used for vinyl lettering, and I cut it with the paper cutter so it's perfectly straight, 90-degree corners, and just stuck it on there. And this stuff is so thin it can't even feel the edge of it. It's like thinner than electrical tape for sure. So this radio hasn't been used in a couple months. Got it hooked up today, first time in a couple months, like I say. And it's been rock solid on frequency once it warmed up. Took a good 15 minutes or so to go from 27.374.6, I think it was. 27.374 with a 6. And once it warmed up, well, at first when you transmit, it was changing the last digit. But now it does not. So when I transmit on it, it does not change the last digit. It's rock solid for real. I mean, this has been pretty good. Now, out of the box, this radio was terrible. Drift and way off frequency. Once I had it transmitting on frequency, the internal frequency counter or display was off. But I got that all lined up correctly myself. So let's put it over on upper sideband. Same. Oh, I saw the last digit change. Look at that. Huh. Well, anyway, that's still pretty decent. Moving, what is that, 1/10 of a kc? Anyway, had a couple contacts on it today, and it seems to be working. What else was I going to say about it? Oh, I wanted to try it on AM. Last digit's off on AM. But the important thing is the transmit and receive is exactly the same. Out of the box, when you keyed it up, it was like 1/2 a kc off compared to the receive, and neither one was right on frequency. So, but this radio is a couple years old now. But like I say, it's worked flawlessly. I've had no complaints with it. You just got to give it that 15-minute warm-up period. So here it is. This meter's on the 10-watt scale. Hope that's clear enough. There we go. And it's on the electric screwdriver antenna outside. So the SWR, let me make sure we're on AM here. Yeah, there's no movement. That's like being on a dummy load. The screwdriver antenna lets us move it right down to perfect. Okay. So it's on the 10-watt scale. And whether the meter's dead accurate or not really is irrelevant, right? So that's 2 watts, under 2 watts. Audio. Audio. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. And the modulation I calibrated. I don't have the tone generator thing hooked up to do it, but audio, 1, 2. Goes over 100% there, I guess. Anyway, the radio is basically stock. I don't remember ever touching anything in there, and it's not been converted, so it only works on channels 1 through 40. But that's where I use it. My contacts today were on 37. So that is weird that the 3750 changed. Oh, I got the clarifier disabled. So, you know, that's the other thing I like about this. From the factory, you can leave the clarifier off, so it does nothing, right? Which is where I used it today. It was so right on, and both of the other stations must have been right on also. I never even used the clarifier. But when you hit that button, now you can move it a little bit. So You know, nothing crazy's been done to this radio, and that's how I like it. They always last longer, run better, work better, or at least that's been my experience. I don't like letting so-called CB technicians work on these radios. It seems to shorten the life and destroys the audio. All right, hey, and this video was made for Mobile Mic 2549, is that right? Or 959. Sorry, Mike. I'm going to upload this to YouTube so you can check it out. All right, I tried to keep it short. I wanted to keep it at 3 to 4 minutes, and it looks like I'm at 5.5. So 7-3. We will talk to you later.